guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So let's take a look at this EZA TEQ Trunks. So, I'm unsure of how effective this TEQ Trunks is going to end up being in a lot of fights. This TEQ Trunks is definitely geared towards very long fights, like stacking up his damage and his defense has always been a really huge thing with him. At the moment, the two most recent difficult fights we've gotten have been more so like turn 1, turn 2, like, you know, the Goku Black and the first form Cell fights. Trunks probably wouldn't be the most effective in that because he needs to build up his defense. And I mean, remember, Goku Black, I mean, is supering you damn near 1.5 million turn 1, right? So it's like you need incredibly high stats. But I do think if the fight would go on super long, Trunks could get to a really good level. If we're able to juice it up with, say, Yajirobe or Bulma or something like that, I think that Trunks could get to a pretty effective power level as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with this Trunks, how he's structured and stuff like that. So he's at 180k defense right away. I mean, that's not really too great, obviously. He does get 50% defense for 3 turns when he supers in base. He gets 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. Super class allies are getting 2 key. He has an additional that has a high chance to be a super. And then he gets a chance to crit. Let's put Goku and Vegeta in slot 1 here. We need to protect Trunks a little bit. Let's just get the Tech Orb on the right. Let's grab that for Goku and Vegeta. Now with Trunks, let's get the Int Orb right there on the left with the rainbow. Perfect. And then now we'll be able to get Bulma's support. So real quick before we go through... Okay, well, let's go. It's fine. Let's see what Trunks is going to look like, how these stats are going to go. So Trunks, he's going to stack attack with every super attack he does. Really, both of his first 2 levels, right? Base and in Super Saiyan. But then he's also going to be stacking 50% attack and defense as a Super Saiyan, like when he goes into a Super Saiyan version. So he's going to constantly be building up his damage. Hopefully we get additional supers here, because that does give us, again, 50% defense for 3 turns. I'm not really super sure why he didn't just stack in base as well, but it is what it is. All right, super attack right away. 157. I mean, it's not that bad. This Haze Shenron doesn't really hit that hard, though. So, again, we'll see. I mean, Trunks is going to get a significant increase in, like, just everything once we go into Super Saiyan version, right? And remember, Trunks is going to have a passive buildup in his, like, just like, sort of like, again, a passive buildup, just by even being on rotation, right? It's going to be a huge thing. Yeah, that Haze Shenron, his super attack damage is only 500,000. So, again, you know, essentially, we could say that you could add 1 million damage directly to how much Trunks would have taken if we were going up against, like, Goku Black, right, which is the newest fight. I am hoping, we'll put, let's float Vegeta and Trunks. I'm hoping, and then we can leave this exactly like this, that the hardest fight in the game is going to be against Infinite Zamasu. I am hoping that it's a very long fight. Like, it maybe could be like a 15-turn fight or something like that. I think would be really healthy, right? Because it's like, Omega can be long. You know, you certainly could get to, like, finish on turn 11 and stuff like that very often. A lot of the newer stuff have been short fights, right? I think it's good to also get a super long one. Having this big variety of difficult content is really good. And that's where this Trunks could be exceptional, is when we would get, like, actually, like, long content, right? Okay, so Trunks, there's a lot to talk about with Trunks, with him transforming like this. So let's just put him in the second slot. Let's see what our defense is looking like right now. So he's at 400k. I mean, that's still, it's still just so bad. Like, it's not, dude, it's not even 6 months ago anymore. Like, that it's just, let's not do anything, but that is like instant death to Trunks, man. 400k. So every time we super attack, he does get 50% attack and defense. He gets 150% attack and defense at the start of turn. Gives super class allies 2 key. He does that in base and in Super Saiyan version, which is really good. I do like that him giving that little bit of extra ki, both him and Zamasu doing that, I think is actually a nice little addition. That you know, giving them at least a little bit of support is good. Then Trunks gets 1 ki and 25% attack and defense at the start of each turn, up to 4 ki and 100% to stats, right? Then he has an additional, has a 70% chance to be a super, and then he has additional, has a high chance to be a super for the first 4 turns. And then he has that build-up crit chance, 30% with every attack he does during the turn. All right, let's go. So, Trunks, I think he could probably quickly get to a pretty decent level, but Trunks has got to be additional supering, is kind of the big thing. If he is not giving us additional supers, I mean, he's just going to get cooked. It's not going to be good. You know, he needs to really be able to get a lot of additional supers. And it's like, at this point, you know, LR, Vegeta, and Trunks in the newest fights are you know, they're getting smacked up. So it's like you could have even 1,000,000 defense is so unsafe at this point. All right, so here's our first super. Again, Trunks is stacking 50% attack and defense with every one he does. Okay, there's a second one. That is a 70% chance right there. Now, we could do one more that has a high chance as well, which he doesn't get. And now hidden potential system, which he didn't get. All right, so we got 2 right there. All right, again, for Trunks to be super crazy, it's like, okay, like, we just got supered. Again, if we were in a tough fight, we got one-shotted right there. Keep that in mind. If we're in a difficult fight at all, Trunks just got one-shotted. That's the problem with Trunks. People will get baited by nuking characters and stacking characters so easily these days, but Trunks doesn't have anything that's, like, super special unless we're gonna giga, like, wank him with orbs or something like that towards the end of the fight when he becomes a massive nuking character. Let's keep Bulma in slot 1. We'll keep Bulma slot 1, Goku and Vegeta slot 2, and then we'll float off Mai. Yeah, that's perfect. Yep, let's do that. So we'll just keep having Trunks stack for a little bit, and then we'll kind of see what damage Trunks is going to get to. Now, remember, we'll be able to transform into the Sword of Hope. You could do that at any point on your first turn after going into Super Saiyan. It's probably going to be better to not do that most of the time, but, I mean, we'll see. I think just continuing to stack in this Super Saiyan version is probably going to be better. I mean, if we get a ton of orbs, sure, right? Like, maybe you could swap into Sword of Hope and he's going to be looking good. We can leave Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1, and we can put Trunks in slot 2. Let's see what our defense is right here. So Trunks' defense, yeah, man, it's not... You are exactly who I thought you were. Yeah. Bro, this is with Bulma's support up. Turn 5, 500... No, we're not doing that yet. But turn 5, 500k defense, man, like, that's not cutting it. I think Trunks is not a throwaway, but you have to baby him in a really tough fight for a while, I'm thinking. Hopefully on this turn, we could get some better additional luck. But, I mean, he's just going to be another one of these characters where, you know, we do need to get very good additional luck. Because remember, Trunks is building up both from super attack effect, and Trunks is building up from his passive. It's just like AGL LR Gohan. AGL LR Gohan is exactly the same, where he's stacking from his super attack effect, and then he's building up from his passive. You have 2 separate types of, like, passive buildup that these characters are getting, which is good. I mean, that's certainly going to be good for us, right? Like, but we'll see. I think, like, right now, the longest difficult fight is against Omega. I think Trunks should be a very effective option versus Omega. Even though Omega's type disadvantage for Trunks, I think Trunks should be able to easily get to a level where he's going to be able to tank Omega's normals at the end. A super attack would probably be really bad unless we go into Sword of Hope version and we were, you know, had a full thing of orbs or something like that. We'll leave Bulma in slot 1, and we can put GT Goku Vegeta in slot 2. I guess that's fine. It's fine. We want to give her as many orbs as possible. Get her support up. Yep, perfect. So Bulma will have the support up for Trunks. We could just go all out, give him orbs. We'll probably finish this phase off. Then we'll see what Trunks is looking like. So, Trunks, we are going to be able to have, yeah, the additionals are just going to be so important for Trunks, man. One thing that's important about Trunks, I should note, though, I mean, Zamasu is on teams that need to be buffed as well, for sure. A ton of teams. But keep in mind that Trunks is on, like, 5,000 teams, right? Like, he is buffing so many different teams that it's like we probably can find spots for him no matter what. What categories does Trunks have? Hybrid, Future, Time Traveler, Vegeta Family, Transformation Boost, Super Saiyan, Bond of Master and Disciple, Revenge, Battle of Wits, Miraculous Awakening, Entrusted Will, Battle of Fate, Bond of Parent and Child, Earthbred Fighters, Superheroes, and Power of Wishes. So, I mean, he is on a lot. Yeah, he is a Superheroes buff. He's a Power of Wishes character. He's on Earthbred Fighters, which is probably the best category in the game. All right, let me see this. What is Trunks' defense here? Let's put Trunks in the middle slot. And what are we working with here? Now he's up to 1 million. What are Trunks' links? Let's just take a look at what his links are. So Trunks says Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Royal Lineage, Messenger from the Future, Dismal Future, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. This is very good though. So look at his defense again. So 1 million on turn 7. I will definitely take that. Now, when he super attacks, he's going to be getting 50%. I mean, against Goku Black, would we be on turn 7? Probably not. But this is where he would actually be pretty good for Omega. I can't hate on this, because Omega is not damaging Trunks even with normals, right? So this is strong. And then we could do... Let's do his Sword of Hope transformation. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. Let's make sure the animations are on. And let's transform with Trunks into Sword of Hope. Yeah, sure. Let's pop this. This 1 million defense already is good. So let's see what he gets to when we do this. It's so funny seeing that now. That so easily could be updated into way better of a thing, huh? All right, so Trunks is at 493. Now, Trunks in this point, he's getting 40% attack and 20% defense per key sphere obtained. He does guaranteed crits. He gives superclass allies 3 key, and then he gets 50% attack on 4 key spheres. Then he does randomly create tech key spheres here. Okay, so let's hold on. Let's do... I guess we'll be able to get a decent amount. Let's put Vegeta and Trunks in slot 1. Give him that int orb all the way on the right. And how many... I guess we'll get the rainbow orb on the left. That'll get us 8 orbs. Okay, sure. Let's do this. And what is Trunks up to right now? 900k. Trunks gets 100% attack on his super attack effect, but he doesn't get any defense. All right, yeah, let's let this turn play out. This is with support from Mai and support from Bulma. Trunks, I mean, he'll be able to tank normals effectively in a lot of events. Well, I mean, not First Form Cell and Rose probably. Trunks has ability, but I really would say he is who I thought he was. Let me see what this damage is. 19 million. That's pretty high, because this was... I mean, we have a lot of support, but this is a guaranteed crit. Yeah, I mean, Trunks is good. I think it's important to understand that this is an EZA TEQ. I mean, a lot of times, you know, I mean, am I taking this Trunks or transforming Vegeta, right? Like, I'm taking Trunks every time. I mean, like, physical Beerus is really good, but I mean, it's the setups to use him effectively. I don't know. Trunks is good. I just wish... I wish that they could have allowed Trunks to maybe guard for, like, the first couple of turns. Like, even if he... So Trunks as an additional has a high chance to be a super for 4 turns. If that was just guard for his first 4 turns instead, I would like this Trunks a lot better. Because it's going to be very scary. Once you get to, like, turn 6, turn 7, Trunks will be pretty comfortable unless you're talking about a super attack from one of the big bosses. And it's like, EZA TURs, besides the new Fusion Zamasu, it's not like they're just coming out tanking all boss super attacks. So, I don't know, I feel like Trunks is at a decent level. Depending upon how many orbs we get, like, Sword of Hope could be ridiculous. But, I mean, he is doing guaranteed crits, so Sword of Hope, I think, really could end up being a very good finisher in a lot of fights. So, let me know what you guys think of Sword of Hope Trunks. I do think that he's good. I don't want to call him bad or anything like that. Definitely not. But I do just wish that they made his, like, the earlier stages a little bit stronger, considering how the content has gone. Right? Like, these early in the fight matters so much, and you're getting killed in these early stages at this point, right? Like, if Trunks is not getting, you know, 15 plus orbs in Sword of Hope version, you're better off just stacking in base Super Saiyan. So, again, let me know what you guys think of the Tech Trunks. I do think he's good, but he's at Fusion Zamasu is really, I think, quite a bit better, and really what we're looking for. I mean, if this is what they're going to give us for EZA TUR level, I certainly will take it, because Trunks is an option you could get away with, I think, in a lot of fights. So, let me know what you guys think of the EZA Sword of Hope Tech Trunks. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.